From a burglar who got stuck in a chimney to a man who tried to rob a bank with a lemon on his face instead of a mask, history has had its fair share of absolutely ridiculous criminal masterminds. Or should I say, not so masterminds. In this video, we're counting down the top 8 funniest criminal cases in history, ranked from mildly embarrassing to how was this real levels of hilarity. Let's dive in before someone tries to rob an ATM with a spoon. Starting cases off at number 8. You ever hear the one about the burglar who got stuck in a chimney? Yeah, it's real, and it happened in the UK in 2015. Meet our not-so-smooth criminal. He thought breaking into a home through the chimney was a genius idea, Santa-style, but without the magic. Only problem? He forgot one tiny detail. The chimney was way too narrow. Halfway down, bam, he's wedged like a cork in a bottle. Can't move up, can't go down. He screamed for help for hours, and the best part? Firefighters had to dismantle the chimney brick by brick to free him, while the whole street watched. Covered in soot, bruised ego, and no loot, this guy became a viral sensation, and probably the worst burglar in British history. Moral of the story? If you're gonna be a burglar, maybe don't try to be Santa Claus. Coming up next at number 7. In 2010, a man in New Hampshire walked into a bank with lemons on his head. No, not a ski mask, not a hoodie. Lemons, as in actual fruit peelings glued to his face like a discount Marvel villain. And yes, he robbed the bank. Walked in with a gun, demanded cash, and walked out with thousands of dollars. The disguise? He literally taped lemon rinds to his head to hide his identity. But here's the plot twist. Turns out, our citrus-loving criminal had watched too much TV. He believed that lemon juice would make his face invisible to security cameras. Yup, like some kind of fruity Harry Potter spell. Spoiler alert, it didn't work. Cameras picked up everything, and he was caught faster than you can say lemonade. Turns out he wasn't just a robber. He was also a believer in internet myths gone horribly wrong. And that's how the Lemonhead Bandit became one of the funniest and dumbest criminals in US history. Moral of the story? Lemon juice is for salads, not heist. Next up at number 6. Imagine waking up in 2017, scrolling through the news, and bam, you see a mugshot that looks like the Cookie Monster got arrested. And no, it's not a prank. This really happened. In New York, a street performer dressed as Cookie Monster, full blue fur, googly eyes, the whole sesame shtick, was arrested in Times Square after aggressively demanding tips from tourists and allegedly shoving a kid. Yep, the cookie cravings got a little out of control. Witnesses said it went from C is for cookie to C is for chaotic. Turns out, the guy inside the suit had a long rap sheet and a serious grudge against Elmo performers stealing his turf. I mean, Times Square? It's like Sesame Street meets Fight Club. And the mugshot? Legendary. He looked like Cookie Monster after a very bad batch of cookies. It instantly went viral. People said it was the sweetest arrest in history. Some even started calling him the public enemy Sesame One. So yeah, in 2017, the Cookie Monster wasn't just asking for cookies, he was asking for bail. Got milk? You'll need it for court. Up next, at number 5. Okay, picture this. India, 2018. A man walks up to an ATM, not with a gun, not with explosives, but with a spoon. Yep, a plain old kitchen spoon. He actually thought he could rob an ATM using culinary cutlery. His master plan? Pry it open with the spoon like he's cracking into a can of beans. He spent hours trying to jimmy the machine open, all caught on security cameras. Security? They were watching him live, probably laughing their socks off. And the best part? After all that effort, he got nothing. Not a single rupee, just a broken spoon and a ticket to jail. Police called it one of the weirdest heists ever. Social media? Oh, they had a field day. Memes, jokes, spoons trending for days. So yeah, of all the criminal masterminds out there, this guy might just be the funniest and definitely the least dangerous. Moral of the story? If you're planning a heist, maybe don't raid the kitchen drawer first. Halfway there. At number 4, Australia, 2014. A car thief pulls off what he thinks is the perfect crime. But what happens next? Might just be the funniest criminal fail in history. A man in Perth spots an unattended car, keys in the ignition. Jackpot, right? He jumps in, hits the gas, and boom, he's gone. Smooth getaway, or so he thinks. But then, karma hits fast. Just a few blocks later, the genius thief starts hearing weird noises from under the hood. He pulls over, gets out, and the car just dies on him. Now what? Call for backup? Nope. He abandons the car, runs off into the night, and here's where it gets hilarious. Because guess what? The car he stole, it was his old car. Yup. Turns out he had sold it a few months earlier and didn't realize it was the exact same one. Same dents, same bumper stickers, same faulty engine. He literally stole his own broken down car. But wait, it gets better. The police track him down using CCTV footage, and when they arrest him, he tries to deny everything. Mate, it's your name on the previous registration. Thief. Oh, right. So not only did he steal his own car, he got arrested for it and still tried to lie his way out. The internet dubbed him the Boomerang Bandit because just like a boomerang, the car came right right back to him. And honestly, this might be the only time in history a thief stole something and practically left a note that said, "Hey, remember me?" Final line with punch. Australia gave us kangaroos, Vegemite, and apparently the dumbest criminal of all time. Would you recognize your own car? Next up at number 3, you've heard of clever criminals, but have you ever heard of an invisible one? Let me take you to Brazil, 2020. A regular supermarket, a regular day, until one man walks in and vanishes. No, seriously. Security watched the footage and saw the door open, but no one was there. At first they thought it was a glitch. Maybe the camera skipped a frame, but then products started flying off the shelves. Bottles, snacks, a whole frozen chicken just levitating out the front door. The workers were freaking out. Is this place haunted? Is it a ghost? One guy even brought holy water the next day. But the truth, way funnier. The thief had mastered the ancient art of strategic dressing. He wore a full-body green suit, head to toe, and since the security system used green screen technology for product display overlays, he was invisible. Yup, this dude basically used the store's own camera filters against them. Imagine robbing a store by becoming invisible like a Marvel villain, except instead of world domination, you're stealing Cheetos and soda. When police finally caught him, they said he really disappeared into the crime. Even the officers couldn't stop laughing. One called it the most creative and ridiculous theft he'd ever seen. No violence, no weapons, just a guy in a green onesie thinking he was the Brazilian James Bond. And the best part? When they replayed the footage with the filter turned off, there he was, a glowing green goblin waddling out the door with a turkey, caught in 4K. So yeah, he tried to be the invisible man, but in the end, he just became the internet's favorite thief. Moral of the story? If you're gonna go full ninja, don't forget the cameras can snitch in color too. Coming up next at number 2, did a goat commit a robbery in Nigeria? No joke, this is one of the strangest and funniest criminal cases ever. It's 2009 in Kwara State, Nigeria. A group of car thieves is on the run after trying to steal a Mazda. Police cast them down the street, but then poof, one suspect vanishes. A crowd surrounds a goat. Yes, a goat tied up by the side of the road. Why? Because witnesses claim the thief turned into this goat. Wait, what? Dead serious. The goat was actually arrested. Police put it in a cell, said it was a suspect. Mugshot? Not exactly, but that goat was doing time. Now here's the thing. Some locals truly believe the thief used black magic to escape capture by shape-shifting into a goat. It's not just superstition, it's part of local folklore. But the rest of the world? Yeah, they laughed their horns off. The story made global headlines. Getaway goat busted by police. The goat did it. Even serious news outlets couldn't resist the fun. So, was the goat really a criminal mastermind? Or did the real suspect escape and the goat got framed? No evidence, no trial, just a goat and a lot of questions. But one thing's for sure, this was the first time in history a suspect was ba-iled out. Only in Nigeria can a getaway goat become a criminal legend. At last but not least, imagine robbing a bank, using a Craigslist ad and copy-paste skills. No, really, this guy almost pulled it off. In 2008, a man in Seattle decided to rob a Bank of America, but instead of a ski mask and a getaway car, he used the internet, like literally just Craigslist. This criminal genius, well, sorta, posted a fake job ad the day of the robbery. He told people they'd be working a cleanup crew job. All they had to do? Show up at the same street corner, wearing the exact same outfit. Yellow vest, safety goggles, work boots, you get the idea. And like clockwork, dozens of guys showed up looking identical. Meanwhile, the real robber, he wore the same outfit, walked into the bank, robbed it, and then disappeared into the sea of confused job applicants. It was like Where's Waldo, Criminal Edition. But wait, it gets even funnier. His getaway? He escaped down a river, on an inner tube. Yes, like the ones kids use at summer camp. Police were baffled. They had 100 lookalikes and no idea who the real guy was. But our copy-paste criminal got sloppy. A local worker remembered seeing a man toss something in a dumpster. Police found the discarded outfit, traced it to a rental storage unit, and boom, got him. His name? Anthony Curcio, a former high school football star turned master of ridiculous getaways. So next time you're tempted to copy and paste a life hack, just maybe don't use it to rob a bank, especially not in a traffic vest on an inner tube.